Hello, welcome to Juniper Level Botanic Garden, the home of Plant Delights Nursery. I have a treat to share with you today. This lovely little trailing plant with the round foliage with the pale silvery veining through it is a pipevine. The pipevines are Aristolochia, which reminds me of another name for the genus, which is birthwort. And Aristolochia actually means well-born. Aristo as an aristocrat, and lochia having to do with birth. These poisonous plants were, I guess, used to facilitate giving birth. But they're called pipevine because the flowers, if you look at the shape of the flower, they look a bit like a meerschaum pipe, which I don't know if anybody in the younger generation have ever even heard a meerschaum pipe, but it's the one that has the pipe stem comes down and then goes back up. So if you look at this sideways view of the flower, it does have that arrangement, but the full frontal of the flowers shows why it's Aristolochia fimbriata, because of the fringed edge to the flower. Now, isn't that the most wonderful, weird flower? Now, so that's where they get their common name of pipevine. But in much of North America, we have a swallowtail butterfly called the Pipevine Swallowtail. It's one of the common big black swallowtails, and in this area we have 3 to 5 black swallowtails that are a bit difficult to tell apart. But the Pipevine Swallowtail caterpillars only eat the foliage of the pipevines. So not just this species, Aristolochia fimbriata, but other species as well. Now, this species of pipevine is native to the southwest U.S. and probably northern Mexico, but it does extremely well. And though I'm enjoying seeing all the beautiful foliage and the delightful flowers, and also it's managed to make lots of fruit because it's had plenty of time. These are the fruit, they're full size. Now, I'm using fruit in the botanical sense to mean the part of the plant that bears the seed. They are not edible. Indeed, the fact that the pipevine caterpillars eat the plant renders them toxic, or at least nasty smelling. And if you brush the foliage, it has an acrid smell. But it's wonderful to see so much fruit, so many fruit, because we'll collect the seed when it's ripe and we'll grow them on and have lovely plants to share with you all. There's some self-sown seedlings here. Now, this pipevine is not a climber, it's a sprawler, and this is about as big as it gets, maybe a bunch of stems radiating out about 3 feet from the crown of the plant. And when the pipevine caterpillars find it, they'll eat it to the ground. All the foliage will be gone, and they'll regrow, and then a new batch of caterpillars will eat all the foliage again, and that happens repeatedly if the swallowtails have discovered them. And though I love the plant, I also love feeding the caterpillars, because you won't have butterflies in your garden unless you're feeding the caterpillars that are how butterflies start. And I did find one ripe fruit. It's not in great shape, and I had to slowly put my fingers in between that prickly pear right there, and only got a few spines. But what price to make a better video. They open from the top, and I, in cutting it free from the stem, sort of each division of the fruit opens up, and it has a thread-like stem that's all connected to the peduncle that held the fruit, and they remind me of the wicker gondola. Now all the seed is gone. A wicker gondola under a hot air balloon. But they're fascinating, and some of the vining Aristolochias we have in the garden will have the dried out fruit through the winter months hanging from the vine. They're really charming. So glad to share with you today this wonderful little pipevine, the Aristolochia fimbriata. Add it to your garden for the delight of living with this plant, but also to make some pipevine caterpillars happy. Thank you for your time today, and I hope to see you again in the garden.